So about 10 years ago, when she met this guy at a frat party on UB's South Campus during her sophomore year, although depending on who you ask, it actually could have been earlier than that. I don't know. I heard about a kiss in a stairwell. I could tell that it was something special.
Kat, I'm gonna go first with you on this one. All right, so we immediately hit it off when we met like 10 years ago. I think it's probably because, you know, I come off as a decent influence towards Bryan as opposed to some of the other guys over here. So, those of you over there on tables 12, you know who you are. So, you're literally a genius level intellect, and combined with how nice of a person you are, it makes every conversation and time we hang out extremely enjoyable for me, and I truly appreciate the friendship we've had the last 10 years. You're the best thing that's ever happened to Bryan. I'm not kidding, you really are. And I know it's difficult with Bryan being a man-child, but you're absolutely crushing it as a wife, a mom, and one of my best friends on the planet. I do love you, Catherine.
You always told me that you would never leave me, even when you were married. And look how that turned out.
You're here.
Early in your relationship with Bryan, Kristen happened to be home from Columbus, and one of the two of you invited us to that brunch that Kristen talked about, and we knew when we left there that something significant was happening. And it's hard to believe that it's been 10 years since we had that first meeting. If your dad were here, he would talk to you about your shared love of music, the fun times we had in the summer spent on the boat, and he would share how proud he was of you. Your well-being was always at the core of Dad's thoughts and actions from the time you were born until the end. And even though he is not here with us physically today, your wedding is something he had always planned for.
Dear Bryan, I am so excited to be marrying you again tomorrow in front of our friends and family. I'm excited to share in the joy I have to love you and our life together. When I think about our relationship, it always surprises me how we've met 1 year prior to us becoming a couple, and somehow the universe brought us back together.
I came to UB in 2010 and, you know, met most of the guys over here. No specific stories, but you start hearing stuff about a guy named The General. And there's a big ruckus that starts up. Our buddy Nigel yells, "Dude, The General's here." And I'm like, who is that guy? Like, who could it possibly be? In walks Bryan into the room carrying a 30 rack of Jenny on his shoulder, a liter of Jack Daniels in hand. He walks in, stares at me, just looks at me one up and down look, and just like, "You're from Rochester?" "Yeah, I am." What do you mean? "Yeah." Same. Turns to some of the older guys. "I think I'm gonna like this dude." Just a blatant 5-second assessment that determined us being like best friends for the last 13 years.
Now for my real list, all those reasons I am so excited to marry you. You are absolutely gorgeous. I have always been in awe that someone as beautiful as you had any interest in me. Those eyes of yours are just as stunning to me today as they were 10 years ago when I told you they were crazy.
I have grown up so much in the 10 years since we met, but our roots have only grown deeper and deeper together. We have 2 beautiful babies, and seeing you as a father has made my love for you grow even more.
Bryan, I don't feel like I need to welcome you into the family. You've been a part of us for so many years. You and your parents and your sister and your grandparents who have just been like family from about the time that we first knew you. The love and support you've shown Catherine over the years is what every parent hopes for their daughter, and the love you have for Cooper and Emmy is on display every day. It's such a pleasure to watch you and Cooper together. You two have such a special bond. What I really want to say to you is to thank you for including me in your family life and welcoming me into your home.
I am also excited to join your family. Your aunts, uncles, and cousins have been unbelievably inviting since day one. Your mother has been the same and has been so helpful, especially since the kids were born. Your sister has definitely come around to me and has been nothing but pleasant for years.
So pretty. Oh, yes. That was very pretty. You feel beautiful? I feel.
Yes, you should. You are beautiful.
Catherine, I love you from the bottom of my heart and I always will. Our relationship hasn't always been easy and I'm sure it won't always be easy going forward, but there is no one else I'd rather be spending the rest of my life with. Through thick and thin, you will always mean the world to me. I love you more than I love myself. Thank you for marrying me. Always yours, Bryan.
I knew you were something special 10 years ago. I never would have imagined having this life with you, and I feel so blessed. You challenge me and keep me sharp. I love that you are outgoing and can break me out of my shell. I love that I feel so safe with you, that when we are together, I am truly whole and at peace. I can't imagine my life without you, and I am so excited to see what is in store for us ahead. See you soon. XOXO Cat.
I, Bryan Richard, take you, Catherine Alexandra, to be my wife. I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and to honor you all the days of my life.
I, Catherine Alexandra, take you, Bryan Richard, to be my husband. I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and to honor you all the days of my life.
Did
that obvious?
Did I go this close? But from the distance, it's not. But this close, I can tell. Did I get you with that letter?
That was mine.
I loved it. I meant every word. Very excited. Very excited.
It's my privilege for the first time anywhere to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Catherine Forbes.
There we go. There we go.
Bryan, you crushed law school at a school you weren't allowed at. You made partner at a law firm faster than anyone I've ever met. You met a beautiful, smart, and the best girl on the planet for you, who I'm also proud to call one of my best friends. And you started a family with 2 kids, Belle, beautiful house.
I'm sending you both my love and my happiness and wishes for you. Congratulations. Everyone, please raise a glass to the happy couple.
Bryan and Catherine, I hope and pray for both of you that you are both each other's teacher about love. I'm wishing you both a lifetime of love. God bless you both and your children.